Hello, my name is William Elliott and this is Matthias Elliott. We and others have a technological startup that has developed the most important technical development of the 21st centuries to date. We have developed a revolutionary method of space propulsion that in the first stage we are going to use for extending a satellite's useful life. The usefulness of extending a satellite's useful life is very simple. Satellites are very expensive. A satellite requires an investment of about $300 million, and to that you must add 80 million or 400 millions to put the satellite in orbit. Satellites have become an indispensable part of our way of life. There are more than 4,600 satellites in orbit. Only 37 are still active. The rest are just dangerous space junk. A satellite's useful life is generally terminated when it runs out of fuel or propellant. This is because to function properly, a satellite must occasionally correct its position. This is done by giving the satellite a little push. In space, the push is generated by small rockets or ion motors. All these motors use fuel. When they run out of fuel, there is no more push. And the satellite is transformed from a useful instrument to a dangerous space junk. We have found a solution to this problem by developing a motor that does not use fuel. Just a moment, a few of you will say. Wasn't this supposed to be impossible? Yes, it was impossible. Thanks to our innovation, the fluid space drive, now it is possible. So attractive is the idea of a propellantless or fuelless space engine for space exploration that inventors have tried for decades to design one in vain. We have designed, built and tested 5 models, each with different characteristics of power. But in order to simplify this presentation, we are going to present Model 0. This model is very simple and can be easily demonstrated in a classroom, laboratory, or including your living room. Our Model 0 is composed of a pressurized structure that is attached to the satellite or spacecraft we wish to propel. The pressurized container has a dimension of 2.6 meters by 1.1 meter, which gives us a volume of 2.1 cubic meters. Inside the container, we must have 54 septillion very fast-moving molecules that are in constant collision with each other and the walls of the container. In other words, air at normal temperature and pressure. Inside the container, we put a motorized propeller at its inner front end. When a molecule collides with a spinning propeller, it is flung towards the rear end of the container. Each time a molecule collides with the propeller, it exerts a force in the plus x direction. The sum of those forces pushes the satellite or craft forward. If all the molecules that were accelerated towards the rear end of the container manage to reach the rear inner end of the container without interruption, in that case the forces will be equal. But as they travel towards the rear end of the container, they collide with billions and billions of fast-moving molecules in random directions. Their vector direction is changed. No momentum is lost, it only changes direction. So what we are saying is that if we have a closed box with a propeller inside and we spin the propeller, the box will move. This at first may sound ridiculous. Fortunately, the idea is very easy to test. All we need is a simple torsion pendulum, a box of the right size, a small electric motor and propeller, and we shall see that the moment that we activate the motor, the box will begin to spin.
Cambia la cosa. No es el caso exterior porque el ventilador estaba sonando por los lados, incluso intentó moverse un poco para el otro lado, pero poco.
Through the years, the invention has been developed, tested, models constructed, careful experiments, patents pending. Those milestones have been reached. We are now at the stage where we are contacting possible clients. In this first stage, we are contacting clients that build and maintain artificial satellites. The benefits to the satellite industry will be enormous and immediate. The implications for the future of space exploration are enormous. Join us in this profitable adventure. Contact us now.